Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ryan Bertrand. I'm the Vice President of Enterprise Solutions here at Edcast. For those of you who don't know who Edcast is, we're a cloud-based learning system. Basically, it's a knowledge cloud. It's using AI to really drive relevance and education to the individual user in something we call a learning experience platform. Today, we're going to be talking quite a bit about a product that we've created called GuideMe. And what GuideMe is really just a in-app GPS system that helps administrators and technical people create really easy how-to user guides on how to interoperate with the system and perform various functions. So one of the things as a sales leader I find is oftentimes when my people are using Salesforce, the biggest problem is when they enter data, oftentimes they enter it in the wrong place, and what that does is it creates a lot of confusion as I'm looking at my reports. So with tools like GuideMe, what we're able to do is show very quickly and easily when you want to perform a certain function, here's how you can quickly point and click on various tools and tabs to make sure that you get the most from this software. With me today is Kalpit, and Kalpit is going to be running a demo just to show you not only how we can create these how-to guides, but also ways in which we can create it in multiple languages, create audios, jiffies, and all sorts of tools, really to help enable the users of your technologies. So with that, I'll hand it over to Kalpit.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. So I think the key point I want to mention is the in-app learning and training is really powerful. So if inside the application, if you can get the guide, if it can tell you what to do, and if it can give you audio and video signals, then it's really, really powerful. So let's go inside the Salesforce application, and we'll quickly go inside Lightning, and we'll try to see how these guides can be very powerful and helpful. So for example, let's say we want to teach people how can you create chatter, like how can you use poll inside the chatter. So here is the GuideMe widget. I'll launch the GuideMe widget, and I'll quickly type in poll. And here it'll bring a contextually relevant guide. As soon as I click on it, using audio, using video, it'll guide me step by step what I need to do. So you can see here the learning and training is happening inside the application. And as I'm performing tasks,
what would you like to ask?
Those tasks are performing.
Enter question that you would like to ask.
So there is audio available, there is specific instructions available. So you can see here, like machine is able to read the audio. So the key point over here is these guides are available into multiple languages. So I can run the exact same guide into Chinese. I can run the exact same guide into Japanese. There are multiple ways for me to run this guide. So let me go ahead and quickly log inside here. So it's possible for me to run the exact same guide into other languages. So I'll show you the same guide into Chinese, into Japanese, into French. So we can run the same guide into Chinese over here. So if you have audience who care for multilingual instructions, it's possible for you to give them instructions into a variety of languages. All of this is possible with a single click. So I can create these guides in less than 1 minute, and on a click of a button, it will create guides into more than 30 different languages into a variety of form factors. Another key point over here is every guide creates a PDF, every guide creates a Jiffy, every guide creates a documentation into a variety of form factors. So once you have created a guide, you can publish it to your learning management system as a PDF. Once you have created a guide, it's available as a video file. I'll quickly play a video that we have created.
Polls inside Salesforce Chatter. Click on Chatter. Click on Poll tab. What would you like to ask? Enter question that you would like to ask.
So guides like this, the video form, the audio form, the Jiffy form, it can be created on click of a button, right? So you can totally accelerate your Lightning training. You can accelerate your classic training. If you have custom objects, or if you have created any application inside Salesforce, you can very quickly accelerate your learning and training. So we'll switch gear and we'll try to create a quick guide right now. So let's say I want to teach people how to add a remote URL, right? I want to create a specific workflow. So I'll launch GuideMe over here, and I'll go inside it, and I'll add a quick tour over here. So what I want my users to do is I want them to able to create a quick guide, and we'll see how easy and fast it is to create this kind of guides. So let's go inside it, and we'll create a quick guide over here. What we want user to do is we want them to add a remote URL. So it involves a couple of steps, and we are going to create this guide right now. So how to add a remote URL inside Lightning. I have ability to add sound into more than 30 different languages. So I can select different speakers. Right now, we will select a UK speaker over here, and we can listen to her voice right over here. So I think sound is, there is a sound step over here. But the core idea is very simple. I can come over here, and I can very quickly select where the user has to click on. So the first step involves clicking on the gear icon. So we'll say click on gear icon as the first step, and then we want to take that click action. So right after that, the next step is to go inside the gear icon. So I'll switch into the navigation mode. I'll come back into the capture mode, and I'll say this is my step number 2. Click on setup. I've recorded that specific step, and then I'll go take that step, go inside the another URL, and I'll try to create the workflow right from there. So I can go inside the setup step, and now I can add my third step that will say, go ahead and click on the quick find box, and then type in remote over there. So I'll go back over here, and I can keep on adding my steps in a rapid, fast fashion. So I can come back into the another URL over here, and I'll go ahead and I'll click my third step over here, and that's how I can quickly create this guide. So let me play back this guide, one that I've already created in this setup over here. So the guide that we are trying to create is how do you create remote URLs inside Salesforce. I'll search for that specific URL over here, and then we'll launch that guide, and we'll show you how easy it is to play back those guides. So inside over here, if I can, I'll play back over here again. So this guide will pop up, and then it's very easy for me to play back those guides into multiple form factors.
Salesforce prevents calls to unauthorized network addresses. To add a remote site setting, click on the gear icon in the upper right header.
So when I click on this step, it will guide me step
Click
by
on
step
setup.
as to what exactly I need to do. And then the guide will continue on
Type
from
remote
one
in the
step
quick
to
find.
another. I'll go ahead and I'll type remote over here. And then it will give me the next step that I need to
Click
perform.
on remote site settings. Click on new remote site.
So as you can see, I'm getting both audio and video
Give a name to
instructions.
remote. Give a name to remote site. Enter endpoint URL. This is the website address that you want. Click on save. Click on save.
So this can
And
give
you
me
are
like
done.
a very specific
Now your
in the
Apex code can
application
call external
guided
website.
learning and training. So this software works on both Classic and it works on Lightning as well. So we can switch gear, go inside the Salesforce Classic, and let's say we want to change this label from Opportunity 3 and we want to call it SFDC, for example. So I can go inside my widget, I can launch it, I can search for a quick guide over here called label, and then I'm going to launch this guide. So let's go ahead and watch this guide real quick.
Click on setup.
So this is my step 1.
Click on customize.
This is my step 2.
Click on tab names and labels.
This is my step 3.
Click on rename tabs and labels.
This is my step 4.
Scroll to opportunities. Click on edit. Enter singular label.
So I can enter my label over here, and as you can see, it's giving me contextually relevant
Enter plural
guidance.
label.
And now it will ask me to
Hit save,
refresh,
and you are done.
and then
Smiley
you'll
face.
see the opportunity that has changed to SFDC, right? So you can perform tasks in Classic, you can perform tasks in Lightning, and this GuideMe helps you to easily migrate your users from Classic to Lightning. You can also see that these guides can be created very rapidly, very quickly. So we'll create one more guide over here. Very quickly, we'll add a guide around let's simply say how to create reports. So I'll come here and I'll create a quick guide over here, how to create a report. I'll save it, and I'll take my first step. The first step involves clicking on the report icon. I'll go ahead and save that step. The next step involves going inside the report. So I'll take that specific step, and I'll simply say, click on the new report button. So here is where I'm going, and I'm saving this, this guide. And as you can see, all the images have been captured, and I can play back this very easily. So I can create these guides, and I can play them back very easily as well. A lot of content is available to you already in the application. So you can see that we already have this pre-built guides available for Classic. We have pre-built guides available for different form factors. So you can take our own guides, and you can integrate them with your own content. So these guides run on Salesforce.com. They run on Salesforce communities. They can run on any custom objects, and they can be created into variety of languages, variety of form factors. So I'll quickly switch gear, and I'll go back into the slide deck to help you understand some of the core concepts. So as you can see, every guide creates a Jiffy. So you can have a Jiffy version available for every guide. If you have Chatter, if you have Slack, these guides can be sent as a Jiffy. Every guide also creates a PDF. Every guide also creates a video. So you have these guides available into multiple form factors. And finally, there are 3 different components here. There is a creator component, there is a player component, and there is an analyzer component. Compared to other players, we have a very simple pricing model. The creator is only $10 per user per month, and player is only $1 per user per month. So it's a relatively very inexpensive solution, but it gives you a lot of capability like language translation, audio-visual capability, and so on and so forth. And the architecture that we have is very secure. So one of the core advantages of GuideMe is it's a super secure solution. You can put the guides onto SharePoint. You can put the guides inside the Salesforce objects. So you are able to secure guides into multiple different places. And you can run guides 100% in the box. So it's a very secure solution. You can launch the guides through widgets. You can launch the guides through beacons. It's possible for you to launch the guides in a variety of form factors. You can also train your users in a step-by-step manner inside the Salesforce. So the key point over here is on click of a button, we convert guides into PDF, into Jiffy, into PowerPoints, into variety of form factors. So it's a very powerful solution, and it's available via GuideMe.io. So you want to add?
And I think if I could just summarize, really the key here is one of the biggest problems with adoptions of technology isn't the technology, it's that people don't know how to use it. And I think by having a quick and easy step-by-step guide that's going to show people exactly what buttons do I click, where do I need to go, it really drives a lot more user satisfaction adoption. Also, it creates a much more reliable sense of the data that's going into the system. Like I said, when oftentimes salespeople or field people are putting information into Salesforce, they're putting it in the wrong places, and that really diminishes the return on investment of Salesforce because you're not able to run those reports, capture the data that's so important to running the business. So by using something like GuideMe, we're really able to very quickly and easily launch out this training globally to all languages and cultures. And as you can see from some of the demonstration, Kaplan was able to create those literally within minutes. So it really does drive adoption, efficiency, and return from a lot of the Salesforce assets that you're using.
So Ryan runs our sales. He's our VP of sales. And one of the core things that GuideMe can help is migrating users from Classic to Lightning and give all the different walkthroughs inside the Lightning.
And one other point to make is we're showing a demo on Salesforce today, because this is the appropriate audience. GuideMe can also be used really for any technology. So it could be used to help create guides to navigate your website for your customers. It could be used to help people build things within Office 365 or really any wide variety of technologies. We can use GuideMe to create these simple tutorials.
So like as Ryan is mentioning, GuideMe can be used for Office 365, for Salesforce. including your desktop applications. So it's possible for you to create guides even for mobile applications or desktop application. Let me show you a quick example of how GuideMe can be used on mobile applications. So here is a GuideMe walkthrough for Office. So you can have like
Launch
contextually
PowerPoint
relevant
on your
guides
mobile
even
phone
for
and
mobile
click on the new
applications.
icon. This tour is based on iPhone screens. Our goal is to draw a quick slide using the pen tool.
So that's a quick demo about GuideMe. If you have any questions, we are free to take them. You can also visit guideme.io, our website, and you can download the free creator. And there is an App Exchange application available for you to integrate GuideMe with Salesforce. So you can download GuideMe from guideme.io, and then you can integrate GuideMe very easily inside Salesforce with an App Exchange application. So any questions, we'll be happy to take any questions you have.
And we also have a booth just right over there, so if you'd like to play around with it, see how to create videos, how to create these tutorials, we'd be happy to show you, and we've got lots of information about GuideMe as well.
Yep, perfect.
Great, thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the conference, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the booth.
Okay, thank you.